Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com and forextrading.tv daily analysis for the Aussie dollar US dollar FX for Wednesday, November 6th, 2013. Well, a continuation of the trend to the upside today, and a candle that's made a higher high and a higher low. A white body candle suggesting that the buyers have found some upside momentum in net terms, so giving some hope to continuation of the trend to the upside. And we've seen the buyers close with control of this market for today's trading by closing up between the midpoint level and the high. However, the control that they have is only quite weak. It's not terribly strong, and there was some very strong price rejection from the 95.28 level that's been resistance for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 of 6 trading days, and the market has failed to close up above that level when we've made roughly about 5 attempts in the past 6 trading days. So a very, very important level for this market, this 95.28 area. Now, today's candle was a spinning top type candle, and it denotes indecision in the market, and therefore suggests that there is a possibility of a change of trend back to the downside. So we do need to watch for a potential lower high and lower low. Above where the market's trading at the moment, we also have the Kijun-sen, the pink line here, and that has also held as an area of resistance for the past 5 of 6 trading days. So here the Kijun-sen will be moving higher. It's a dynamic level of resistance. It will be moving higher to 95.60, so the amount of resistance just above where the market's trading is increasing. We also have strong resistance at around the 95.79 level before we trade to the 96 area. Now, with this being a candle of indecision, and for the previous day's trading we had another indecisive doji type candle, we see the shadows on the bottom of these candles, and that's why this is an indecisive trading day, because we had downside price rejection from above 95.28, but we also have upside price rejection from down below, roughly around the 95 level, extending down to about the low of that candle, which is 94.60. So we have 2 consecutive trading days where we continued this trend to the upside, where we had neither the buyers nor the sellers being strong in this market. And what we want to see as a trend makes its way to the upside is the buyers taking control and being committed. And here we've seen them lose commitment again above the 95.28 area. It doesn't give us a lot of confidence in the potential for this trend to continue, and it does suggest potential for a change of trend. Now, just looking at the Fibonacci extension in this market as well, and here we're examining the relationship of the current first time frame uptrend to the previous time the market was trending up, and here we've seen the market interacting with the 23.6% level for the second consecutive trading day, being rejected from there on an indecisive spinning type candle. It does suggest potential for a change of trend. Now, interestingly, looking at the hourly chart here, we currently have the market trading above the middle pivot point level, which is roughly there about the 95.15 level, and that area coincides with the area that the Kijun-sen is trading at 95.13. So around that 95.15, 95.13 level, we have potentially very, very strong support for this market, and it may limit the downside potential for this market, and it does suggest a possibility that we may not see that change of trend that I was discussing a bit earlier. Looking to the previous day's trading, we saw the market sell off early, find support down within the cloud once again, and this highlights how well the cloud acts as an area of support or resistance, rally up through the middle pivot point level, come off and then find support around the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, trade to the first pivot point resistance level and sell off from there, finding support at the Tenkan-sen, again finding resistance at the first pivot point level of resistance, then selling off, finding support at the Kijun-sen and attempting to trade up, and now we have potential for the Kijun-sen to come into play, and it will be a very, very important area as we do have the unemployment figures coming out within the next 15 minutes or so. So crucial to this market will be how the market reacts down there. If the market does sell off, we have strong support at the top of the cloud, which is roughly about the 95 level here. That's 95.17. and that will be an important level of support extending down to the bottom of the cloud, down to roughly about 94.88 or so. Actually, 94.88 is the area that we have the second or the first pivot point level of support, and that's very close to the bottom of the cloud, and therefore strengthening the amount of support that we should be seeing down around that area if this market does sell off, if we do have the employment figure coming in a bit different than what we expect. Now that area down there coincides roughly with the swing, or with the low of the current candle, and here we see it in on the hourly chart, and that was within the cloud, so we should see very, very strong support down around that area, and it does suggest the possibility that we may not see the trend change. Now if we do see strong bearishness, however, and we see the market take out that level, the second pivot point support level is down at 94.56, and I suggest that that will be an area where we may see the market hold up. But significantly, if we do see the market break out down below the cloud, we could see it could herald quite a change in sentiment in this market, where we've seen the market trading above the cloud for some time on these hourly charts, and therefore having a bearish bias in that longer term time frame. And a test down to these lower levels would see that change in sentiment in bigger picture terms. It would also herald a change in sentiment in the medium term time frame, because we would be trading down below the Kijun-sen, the pink line, whereas we've seen that Kijun-sen holding as support for a couple of occasions for the previous day's trading. So quite some significant events that may take place depending on how we see these this economic figure when it does come out. To the upside, the first pivot point resistance level is at 95.47, and we have very strong potential resistance at 95.40 before we do trade to that area, and then the second pivot point resistance level at 95.74. But just moving back to the daily charts, and also we have the area at the Kijun-sen acting as potential resistance at 95.64. This market, we've already mentioned that, but a lot of indecisiveness in this market at the moment for the previous two trading days. We are looking for resolution, potential for a change of trend based on the hourly charts, though we do have strong support down below. So therefore a lot of indecision in this market, and we may see resolution once we see the employment figures come out.